Happy Tuesday. Welcome. I'm always so excited to be here. I hope everybody had a fantastic week personally and gig-wise. Man, we can go into how everybody is doing, but tonight's topic is what apps actually make you happy. Not what makes you the most money, not what your favorite is. What app actually makes you happy, and we're going to go into that. So think about that for a little bit, and then I'll get the answers from all of you guys, and we'll get the chat going, and we'll get a discussion going, and we'll kind of dive into why these apps make you actually happy tonight. So okay, so hey Thomas, how are you? Josh, what's going on? I know the Phillies are, yeah. Congratulations to the Phillies. I will be kind. Congratulations to the Phillies. It should be interesting. That's the only thing I can say. Hey, Tuesday, Trisha and our tiny home. I love that name. That actually sounds pretty awesome. Haley, what's going on? I said hi, Josh. Monique, how are you tonight? Tony, Driven Dad, how are you? And Cynthia, how are you? Sharika, hey, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome. Christopher, how are you? You just saw a new flavor of Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. Ooh, that actually sounds good. I feel like that would be really good for the summer, but no, tonight's just regular Dr. Pepper for me, which I'll crack open in a little bit. And hey, Kimberly, how are you? So welcome, everybody. So let's talk. Let's chat. So tell me how, oh, my camera just went a little wacky. Tell me right now in the chat, which app makes you the happiest? So go ahead, put it in right now. I want to hear what everybody has to say, and then I'll actually give you guys what my app is currently right now. Hey, Marley D, how are you? We have a whole bunch of fantastic people here tonight. I'm so excited. Okay, so put it in the chat right now. Just curious, what is the one app, if you're just joining us, that actually makes you the happiest? Hey, Coco's Crazy Life, how are you? You're on vacation in Cambodia? Then, man, enjoy your vacation. That's awesome. Marley D, I actually thought of you as I was starting to take Spark orders. So you inspire me a lot. So it's interesting that you actually said Spark, because I kept thinking about you as I took like my first like 5 orders. Okay, so Thomas, you said Spark. Kimberly, DoorDash makes me so happy. Are you being sarcastic? Are you actually saying DoorDash actually makes you happy? I hope it makes you happy. That'd be awesome if it does. Sometimes I can't tell if sometimes like people are like serious about DoorDash or not serious about DoorDash. Marley D is Instacart. Sharika, Spark makes you the happiest. So maybe I missed it. So Josh, you said you're going to turn on the app for tomorrow for the first time since July. What app are you talking about? I think I totally missed that. So Tuesday, Trisha and our tiny home, Spark and Instacart, Lee, Grubhub, the fewest miles. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, sorry. Did I say Spark, Marlene? Oh my God, I meant Instacart. Oh, sorry. Slip there. See, Instacart doesn't even come out of my mouth correctly. Oh, yeah, Josh, that's funny. DraftKings Sportsbook. After you had that big win, I would think that it would make you the happiest. Monique, DoorDash does not make you the happiest. That's what I thought, but you never know. Things might have turned around at some point. Coco's Crazy Life Spark, hands down. Okay, Kimberly, you think DoorDash of all the apps has it together? Spark and Marley Days Spark was a hot mess for you. I'm sorry. I feel bad because I feel like I got you on like a Spark kick. I'm sorry it's not working out for you. You too, for you, Tony. That's funny. Oh, Spark. Okay, now I'm curious on how it goes for you. So, Josh, did you put monies? That's good English. Did you put money on the Phillies game already? I'm just curious. Um, Lyft tried to send you a 305-mile trip for $176. Ooh, that's rough. Man, that is rough. Okay, so it's interesting, just because I feel like there's a really good mix of food delivery and also grocery delivery. I think that's actually really interesting. Right now, for me, and I'll answer all of your questions, is for me right now, believe it or not, it's Grubhub. I can't believe that I'm actually saying that. So Grubhub for me has been fun. Can I actually say that? Grubhub has been fun for me. It's been actually giving me good orders. It's been giving me low miles, and good quality orders. Is it always the busiest? No, but the one thing that I've learned with Grubhub, and you guys can chime in for those of you guys who said Grubhub, I feel like once I take an order with Grubhub, they try to keep you on if they have orders to give you. And I feel like once you get on, you take one order, as long as the orders are good coming in, you can continue and not lose a beat with Grubhub. And I've been actually really pleasantly surprised and really happy with Grubhub, especially on the weekends. It has actually gotten me through a lot of, call it the winter blues these past couple weeks, but I feel like it's been getting me through a lot of like some of these tough days. And some, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Some days I make my days, which I'm really happy about. Some days I don't make my days. I feel like it kind of goes back and forth. And the funny thing is the days that I actually do make my goals are actually weekdays, not the weekend. So it's kind of like a reversal happening in my area, as far as the days that I'm actually making my goals versus not making my goals. Okay, so Sharika, you agree with me. Grubhub has been pretty good with orders lately in my area, and normally I would actually agree with Tuesday. I hardly do Grubhub. The orders I get are horrible miles per pay. I used to be that person, and I really have been just giving Grubhub a shot. I've been doing a lot, and maybe this is the reason. I don't know. I've been doing a lot more on block schedules lately. And I've been going back and forth between on block and just toggling on and off. And I've actually seen an uptick. And, the reason why I learned this is because obviously you talk to other drivers in your area, and a lot of drivers I've been talking to are actually Grubhub and Grubhub only, and they're saying how fantastic Grubhub is in my market. And at first I'm like, really? How come I'm not seeing that? And then I felt like the more I was doing Grubhub, the better Grubhub was doing. So I don't know. It's been making me happy lately. So stay tuned, find out. Stay tuned. I feel like we always have to change with these apps and how the apps are changing, because I feel like they are forever changing, and what works today might not work tomorrow. And it's so funny. But it's for those of you who put grocery apps. I did 2 more Instacarts last week. So Josh, I thought you would be very excited about that. So I did do 2 more Instacarts. I feel like Instacart for me it's a good filler for me. Like, I feel like it really gets me through either like the late mornings where food delivery is just non-existent, or like the late afternoons right before I head home. I feel like I can get some good orders. I'm not doing any of those crazy batched orders you guys all think are wonderful and are go to crazy over. I'm a single batch type of girl right now. I try to keep it low item count. I don't care whether I do those $9 and $10 orders. If I can get in, get out, and hey, it gets me $9 or $10 more onto my day. So that's kind of the way I've been using Instacart. I don't know. But it's interesting because I feel like, and those of you who do more food delivery out there, are you guys noticing a slower period just like food delivery, or is it slow all the way around like the gig world? I'm just curious. Put it in the chat if you guys think that food delivery hasn't slowed, but grocery delivery has, or vice versa. So Josh, I'm doing both. Like I'm like the bottom feeder of the schedule just because I'm just starting to raise my acceptance rate on Grubhub. So I don't get picks until I think it's like Saturday morning at some point, and usually it's pretty picked over. So I grab maybe one a day if I'm lucky. If not, maybe 2 or 3 a week. The rest of the time I just toggle on and off. So I feel like mine's like a combination of both on and off block. So I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like I totally missed this. 12,000 miles. It's a whole vacation with a stranger. That's actually kind of Oh, you're talking about Lyft. I'm sorry, I missed that. That is a whole vacation with a stranger. That's some crazy stuff. But hey, hopefully the pay was good. I totally missed what the chat was saying. So Thomas, you said Grubhub blocks have been strong for you lately. I did a Grubhub block, I think it was 2 Sundays ago, and maybe because it was in like the height of the playoffs on football, but I did my first ever 2-hour block. I usually limit my Grubhub blocks to an hour to an hour and a half. I feel like it gets like monotonous after a while, just because you really can't decline. And I did a 2-hour block, and I actually did $90 in the 2 hours that I was on block for. Granted, Grubhub kept taking me farther and further and further away from my starting spot, but I guess it was worth it once I got $90 out of the 2 hours on block. So I definitely have seen good things come to being on block, but Econ mom, nomadic econ, gig econ mom, sorry, Ceci, is here, and I feel like she's like the Grubhub queen over here. So I've been taking good advice from her with Grubhub. And yeah, you became back to becoming a premier driver. Good for you. So Lee, Grubhub blocks are great when you can actually get on. Most of my area gets snatched up quick. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, when I feel like I'm the bottom feeder of the schedule on Grubhub, so I kind of pick whatever's left, but it's fine because it actually allows me. I'm not like so like I'm on Grubhub. It still allows me to multi-app, but when I'm on block, I'm on block. And for right now, I feel like it's been working for me. So Josh, let's go girl shop for Kim. Far from it. Like I said, I'm a simple in and out type of girl when it comes to shopping. The lower the item counts, the better off I am. Granted, I have no problem, I hate to say, doing like I did 2 days ago a 35 item count shop on Uber Eats, but it paid me $40. So to me, it was worth the shop and doing on Uber Eats. So I don't know what my hang up is. I'm able to do that big of an item count on Uber Eats. Maybe it's a comfort level at this point with Instacart, but the money definitely has to pay. I have not seen a $40 payout yet on Instacart, so maybe that's the reason too. Hey, Rodney, how are you tonight? So when Spark has been slow in January, I started Instacart lately too. So another person who started Instacart up again. Like I said, I feel like the more apps you kind of have in your mix, and whether it is rideshare, whether it's food delivery, whether it's grocery delivery, the more chances you have of orders coming in, and you're not limiting yourself to just one genre. Is that like the proper way of saying it? One genre of gig apps. The more open-minded you are to more of these deliveries, the more potential you have to kind of get you through some of the slowdowns that are happening in a lot of our areas. So if that's kind of like the one thing I can like say and give you guys any kind of advice is, you know what? If you're only a one app person, I respect that immensely, but you just might start thinking about opening your horizons. And even if it's just one, whether you're on food delivery and you just get into one grocery delivery, just so you have that you're diversified. And if one is slow, one might be busy, and vice versa. It just might keep you going and keep the flow of money coming in. Only But Soda likes those orders. Hey, if you're making money off of it, more power to you. I saw one. I'll put community post it after this live, because I'm like, oh no, who is gonna do that? And the funny thing is, as soon as I said that, like, to me, this is like the worst Instacart order I think I've seen since really going into Instacart. It really was the worst order. But I'm like, who is taking this order? And with that, the order disappears. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Someone actually took that? Just boggles my brain sometimes. To slow down is real. Hey, Steve, how are you? Welcome. Um, it is definitely real. So while we're on the slowdown, guys, put in the comments. So how are your markets doing? Are you like, man, the slowdown is real, like Thomas said, or it's okay, I'm kind of getting through, or what slowdown? I don't know what you're talking about, Kim. Like, tell me in the chat, how are your markets doing when it comes to this January? Slow, not slow, making the same amount of money? Let me know. So Marley, slow all the way for you. Oh, yeah, it's been. Okay, so Kimberly, Kim, I'm the one who always wants you to make more nighttime videos. Well, I've been taking more dinner orders, and the money is definitely at night. I love it. Till I tripped. Oh no! I hope you're okay. I hope you're feeling okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, please be safe. It's working at nighttime is there's definitely more money. It's you have to stay safe. That's first thing. And one thing I've learned, and I don't know whether you have seen it, and I know I'm saying it after the fact that you tripped and you fell, and I'm so sorry you tripped and fell, but at nighttime, especially in the winter. It doesn't happen so much in the summer, but I have a Scully hat, and it has right in the front an LED flashlight, and I put on that hat with like every single delivery I do at night. I don't care what people think. I think people think I'm a dork, and they think probably what the heck is on her head. I don't care because I can actually see it in front of me, and I don't care what anybody else thinks or says. So I got on Amazon, by the way, but it has really saved me from trips, falls, steps, anything that was like in my way. It has been a lifesaver so many times. So just might be something, if you're doing nighttime deliveries, you might want to take a look at. So Marley, you're struggling in both food delivery. Okay, so it's just slow across the board. I was talking to somebody actually in California yesterday, and their market is usually amazing. And even he was saying, man, I don't know what is going on. So I feel like something's going on. Something's going on. I don't know whether we know what it is. So pneumatic gigging hunt. So it's been slow for you. Okay. Thomas. Spark and Grub was keeping me up for the week. So, well, that's actually awesome. I did a couple of Spark orders today in the morning. I did one shipped order this week. The rest has been kind of food delivery. I feel like Spark, Instacart, Shipt. I feel like I said, I feel like they're my fillers lately. That when food delivery isn't cutting it, those are the ones that are kind of getting me by. Oh, Tony, that's right. I forgot about that. That's when you took that lady for that really long trip. But you made like some good bank out of that order. Was that? I can't remember. Was that a Lyft ride? I can't remember. Or was that a Lux ride? I can't remember what it was. But I remember that you did a whole live stream on it, correct? And thank you for reminding me, Steve. So, kind of like a side note. So, Steve did a fantastic video about taxes right before this live. So, if you guys haven't checked it out or we weren't there, if you guys have any like questions about taxes, I feel like a lot of information came out of that video. And then Steve and Hannibal have a live right after this live as well. So definitely go check out that video. And then obviously we are all on the Rodeo Roundtable on Thursday. So don't forget to, come see us on Thursdays as well. Thank you, Josh. Grubhub ending up closer to me than she had her own house. It probably was. It actually it didn't have me go west, even though it probably could have had me go west. My Grubhub territory is huge. I don't know how any of your Grubhub territories are, but my Grubhub territory is it's massive. And it actually had me going like all the way down the coastline. And I'm like, where the heck am I? And then, yeah, it just kept it didn't seem like it as I was going. So when I did my block, it was like, okay, 5 miles, and then 8 miles, and then like 7 miles, but it kept having me go like further and further and further south. And then when I ended my block, and I'm like, wow, I'm really far away, I have to get back. But I guess $90 was worth it. So I don't know. I haven't done any blocks before. You get more orders if you are scheduled on block. I don't know whether about getting more orders. So the thing with block scheduling with Grubhub is if you don't make the minimum of your area, which you can find in your app, my area is $15. If Grubhub doesn't send you $15 worth of orders during your hour or so block, if it is an hour and a half, it's 15, and then half of 15. So help me do my math. So what is that, $22? So in an hour and a half, if it's not $22, you actually, Grubhub pays you the difference. But the kicker is you have to have, I'm trying to remember, it's either 90 or 95% acceptance rate for the entire day. That's why you have to take like all the Grubhub orders that come in. I've noticed that Grubhub sends you orders when you're on Black, and they send you good quality orders. At least that's what's been happening in my area. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. But I've had a lot of luck with doing blocks lately on Grubhub, and it's been actually very beneficial for me doing them. So it just might be something you might want to maybe just even try once in your area to see if it's something worth making money off of for Grubhub. So I always say it never hurt to try it once, especially if you can get like an hour block to start off with, and then you can kind of take more from there. The very first time I did a Grubhub block, I did not make more money. It could have been the time of the day that I took it. It was like morning, and I'm like, oh, this isn't that fantastic. But I've learned, I should say, to take blocks at nighttime when like the peak times are, and I've been making some pretty good, decent money at an hourly rate with Grubhub lately. So Thomas, you agree with me? Grubhub blocks seem to give you more orders. So yeah, I mean, can't say enough. Hey, Sarah Sue, how are you? Welcome. Oh, that's horrible. You shopped for someone on Uber Eats and they took a tip away after I screamed. Oh, that's, to me, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Well, we can have like a whole, I feel like an hour discussion just based off of tip baiting. So maybe that'll be a discussion for another day. I am so sorry that happened to you. It's one thing to, it's horrible when it happens during food delivery. It stinks. And it's like the worst feeling ever. But to go that extra mile and shop for somebody and then they take away your tip, I would have been heated. I got Tony. So I got one catering order on Grubhub, and I didn't know whether it was a fluke or not, but it was pretty cool. I have to tell you, I heard about catering through Grubhub, but they said like all the things I was reading, and Ceci, maybe you can enlighten me on this, but I was reading that only Premier drivers got catering orders, and then I was on an order, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was on an order and I thought it was an add-on because like the little yellow box came up, and I guess I didn't read it, and it was like $14. It was really low miles, and I'm like, huh, okay, I'll take it. And then I check it, and then I'm like, oh, my order disappeared. Where did it go? And it was a catering order. I'm like, oh, and then I looked, and I'm like, oh, it's scheduled for tomorrow. So it's actually pretty cool that they schedule it ahead of time, so you kind of know the next day kind of how to plan your day. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised how easy it was, and it was kind of fun to do a catering order on Grubhub because it's something I never did before. Sharika, recently for me, it has picked up for both food and grocery delivery. Oh, that's awesome. But when it wasn't, I was started doing Amazon Flex, and mostly the surges, freaking Amazon Flex. I am I'm jealous of all of you guys who have Amazon Flex. So if you don't use it, send it my way. But I know that's not how it works. I've been on a wait list for Amazon Flex for a year. It's been over a year at this point. I actually emailed them a week ago saying, hey, it's been over a year, and Amazon warehouse just opened up across the street from my Walmart. So I'm like, oh, new warehouse. They're totally going to open it up by me. No, they didn't. So I called. Well, I didn't call. I emailed them. And they said, unfortunately, we are not hiring. So they said that we're hiring in these cities. If you want to go apply to the cities that were listed, there were only 5 available cities in the entire United States that were hiring for Amazon Flex. So I'm still on a wait list. But man, if I can, I'm dying to do Amazon Flex because I feel like it would be really good for me and my schedule, especially when I get my daughter off on the bus. I can, go and do a Amazon Flex schedule and come back and be ready for her to be home. And like that could be like my whole morning dash afternoon. I feel like it would work really good scheduling wise for me, but still on a wait list. Ugh. Thomas, catering is fun, I have to say. I know Steve and I still have to. I don't know whether he's still here, but we still he still wants to talk to me about dumpling. I don't know. I think I might look into it. Those of you who haven't looked into it yet, I'm going to start looking into it, and hopefully Steve can help me with that process. But doing shipped Instacart, they're really viable ways of getting clients for your dumplings. So hey, maybe. You haven't worked much. Last week I feel like I was in and out all week. The times that I'm very lucky, so to speak, that my area that I live in is always around a hot spot that's actually kind of busy. So I'm very fortunate that I can actually, when it's slow, I can go home and do things around my home and keep kind of the food delivery apps on, even Spark, Shipt. I can kind of keep everything on, and if something pops up, I can take it and walk out the door and go complete an order. There was one day last week I did nothing but take orders from home, and it was kind of fun, I have to say. Like, I was watching TV one day and I took an order, I came back, continued watching TV. There was another day that I was just doing stuff around the house, and I'm like, I'm getting a lot of stuff done, but I feel like I was in and out a lot last week, but I was kind of utilizing my time and working at the same time. Yeah, Tony, you guys have been getting you guys got a lot of snow last week, and it's been hot and warm. Is that what it was? You got snow, and then like the next day it was like warm. Did I see that? I feel like I saw a picture on your Instagram or your community post that you guys got snow. So Monique, catering is on fire. The other apps are getting better. That's awesome. So I signed up for Deliver That. I finally got my catering bags in the mail last week. I have not done my first Deliver That. I've only gotten 2 orders so far that have come through my phone, and they were really far away. So I have not completed a Deliver That. And Delivered is not in my area. So I'm kind of out on catering apps right now. The only way for me to kind of do catering is through DoorDash right now, but I haven't seen any catering orders come through DoorDash either. Good for you. Maybe I need to start doing that. It's slow, but I've been taking weekends off this month. Good for you. That's awesome. I agree with this. Adorn, Adorn by Did I say that right? Charisse, did I say that right? Charisse, yes. I don't have my glasses on, so whenever I do lives, the light that I have reflects off my glasses. So I'm always like, what did it say? Sorry, I don't want to ever butcher anybody's name, but I feel at night you need to be extremely picky with orders. I agree with you. I agree with that just based off of safety reasons. There are areas I don't go into past a certain time of night. I don't take orders going to, I don't go far away usually from my home base just because of my own comfort zone at nighttime. You always want to work where your comfort zone is. So I agree. You do need to be picky at night. For me, it's for safety and to make money too. I agree. Daylight savings is like in a month. We're going to be back to daylight savings again. I'm actually so excited. I feel like these months just completely like flew by, and I'm like, where did the time go? We have like a whole bunch of birthdays in my family coming up, and like once Christmas hits, then I feel like I go into birthday season with my family. So it's like one birthday after another, and I'm like, I'm hoping that these next like 2 months are just gonna fly by, and we're gonna get into spring and summer months all over again. So, Andy, I do DoorDash and I'll go out when it's usually busy and I'll open the app and there will be no activity. You know, you're not the only one, my friend. It's been for me, it's been slow. And the one thing I've been noticing is that like the map might be red, but the orders coming in have been slow. And I've been having to schedule every like religiously my schedule, putting it in every single day. If in my area, if I don't put a schedule in, it's really hard to get onto DoorDash lately. Okay, I worked 84 hours in the month of January. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Hey, Gigi, how are you? So, Christopher, Phoenix is busy due to Super Bowl activities. Also, Waste Management Phoenix get open golf and Barrett Jackson auto auction. Well, good for you. That's pretty awesome. That's awesome to see. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Oh, oh, interesting. Okay, I see you're clearing it up for me, Sissy. Thank you. It doesn't matter what tier you're on for catering. Interesting. I really thought it was really for premier drivers. I had no idea that any other level could actually get them. So thank you for clarifying that. Like I said, I got my very first one. So I think I need to use your Amazon Flex account. I'm telling you, I'm dying to get onto Amazon Flex. So keep applying with a new email. Do I need a new phone or just a new email? Because then I'll do that. I'll just apply with a whole different new email if that's the case. I was washing dishes and listening. Oh, thank you. you know, John, I'm not even getting them for your area. So I signed up for Deliver That 20. I was going to sign up for your area just because I do know your area, but I signed up for Deliver That 20 miles north of me. And I don't know whether because I'm too far away from the radius I signed up for, but I haven't been getting orders come through for Deliver That. And I thought maybe they would actually show me some orders in your area too. And I was wrong. I was wrong. I know. Josh, I'm so excited about beach season. Oh, and so I'm such a beach girl. I only live 10 minutes away from the beach. The beach is like, I feel like my calming my calming zone when I in the summer. It's my happy place. I went over a really big bridge by us and it overlooks the ocean, and so sometimes there's nothing better than just overlooking the ocean, and like especially during the winter, and you're like, okay, it does exist, it's coming soon, I'll get back to it. Okay, so just a new email. Okay, Tony, I will definitely look into that. Thank you, Thomas, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. So that's what you did for Lisa? Okay. And I feel like she's been killing it lately on Amazon Flex. She had like that really good run the other day that she posted. Thank you, Thomas. Cheers. Okay, so I'm not the only one that thinks this, Sarah. So you have delivered that for tomorrow, but I wish I had a better strategy to get an order. They appear or are gone. My problem, so the ones that have been coming through are actually for like Brooklyn and Bronx in like New York City. It would take me like half of the amount that they were offering to go over a bridge. So I couldn't, like, there's, I don't know, traffic. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. But so I haven't been able to deliver that yet. So I don't know. I guess stay tuned. If I decide to deliver that, I will have you guys come along with me when I do my first one, so you guys can see me in action. But anyway, that is really all I have for you guys tonight. I just wanted to come hang out with you guys, have some fun, see where everybody was at with their areas, and I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here with me on Tuesdays. I really do appreciate it. So I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Don't forget to join me, Steve, Hannibal, Gary, John Theory TV on Thursday night at the Roundtable. Don't forget to join Steve and Hannibal over on Hannibal's channel for their live at 9 p.m. And yes, Tony, Show Me the Money Club is next Tuesday. We're having a ladies' night. So that's next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, I don't know what the other time zones are, but I'm really excited. So that's kind of where I'm going to be for like the next week or so, next couple of days. Hey, Bud Soda, how are you? What's going on? Okay, guys. This is it for tonight. If you are driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Peace out.